Welcome, everybody, to the Coffee and Carving Show, our final episode of this season before the holidays come up. It's episode 56.
You got it. You got it. Wow.
I know.
Episode 56. Good thing I told you just before we started, eh?
Doug, you told me. You couldn't let me have that one?
No, I couldn't let people be thinking that you knew what you're talking about.
You're just a joy kill.
Yeah. Well, speaking of joy kills, here we are, guestless again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my goodness, my mic is hot. Let me turn that down. Yeah, we ended up trying to. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, let's tell the folks at home that we had a great guest lined up, and technical difficulties have prevented us from bringing our guests. So you're stuck with us for the rest of the year.
It's kind of a bummer, actually, that you have to listen to us talk instead of. Well, I mean, you got Doug at least, but yeah, Abby was very willing. He's tried multiple times to do the show, and he's just not been able to get on because his internet problems. So it's like I think the second or third try, and the sweet, sweet sound of a coffee opening.
Ginger Ale and Firewood. That's our new podcast show.
There you go. Writing it down. Ginger Ale and Firewood. That's the name.
That's what I do now. But regardless, big thanks to Roger, Tabitha, and Glennis for. Why'd you text me
that? So I wouldn't forget.
Is
so that your ringtone?
Just so the train horn. Just so it would go off, and you could say, "Turn your notifications off."
Yeah, turn your notifications off.
Glennis, Tabitha, and Roger, big thanks for the coffees this week, guys. We really appreciate it. And ginger ale.
Yeah.
Inside.
Doug knows better than that. I want to send you another text just to see if you turn it off.
I won't turn it off. Did you hear the joke about the letter that didn't have a stamp?
I hope they can hear that.
Yeah, he says hi.
No, I didn't hear about it.
Never mind, you wouldn't get it.
Oh, wait! I didn't hear the beginning. Say it again.
See, this is a problem. You don't listen.
I know.
I figured out now. It's not that you don't understand the joke. You just don't listen to the first half because you're thinking about what you're going to say next.
Yeah, or I'm just not really thinking at all. Or I'm just thinking about, you know what it usually is?
Focus, look at me. Did you hear the joke about the letter that didn't have a stamp?
Mm-mm.
Never mind, you wouldn't get it.
Oh my gosh. I like it. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, can all my ADHD friends out there just holler, please? Because you know how it is when you're thinking about the thing that just got said and you're not even in the moment anymore. Oh boy. So how's the battle to get firewood? Oh wait, it's a turnaround. It's like our first podcast where we just talked about firewood the entire time.
Old opera man's gonna be making fun of us again.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Ryan is gonna get after us for sure.
It's Ryan Olson. He mocked our first shows, which deserved it well enough.
It's true.
The firewood, it's ash. It's a dry heat. Oh boy. Yes.
So,
but anyway,
I'll
firewood.
Yep.
No, you asked the question. I will answer. Yeah. It's coming, bit by bit. Yeah. It seems to me though, I'm only getting like about 2 weeks worth at a time, and I have to go do another job. So we're getting there, but I will never procrastinate again because we're going to be in knee-deep snow soon enough, and my window will be closed. But I can't take any time off work to get more. So it is what it is. But,
well, today I went for a hike, just a walk through the neighborhood to the lake, and midway I saw the pile of firewood that I'd been eyeing for the past couple of weeks, hoping no one would steal because a tree collapsed over the road. Was taken. Somebody stole it, and I was so bummed because I even messaged the neighborhood caretaker, and he didn't know about it. And on my walk back, I saw one of our neighbors took it, piled it up in their yard. So
I tell you one thing: this is the fight for the fight for the bush to keep our land. If any of you guys have watched the video about my parents' property and whatnot, but if we don't have that bush, that is my firewood. Like I have to totally change my life because I'm not going to buy firewood.
Right.
So it's very important. But anyway, it's all beautiful, dead standing ash, and it splits by looking at it. It's the best firewood in the world. So
I've heard that. I mean, I know we're kind of doing the same thing. Sorry, Ryan, but we talked about that. Ash is supposed to be like top wood as far as splitting. It's easy. I mean, it makes sense. It's not good to carve or woodwork, really.
I'm cutting logs yay big around, and I'm just holding my splitter. And I'm just going pink, 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 and just chopping like that. Like, I don't hardly even have to wind up and swing. It just splits so nice, straight grain.
Do you put them in a tire? You put the log in a tire like they show you on the internet?
No, I don't do that. And people that do that have too much time on their hands. I love to see all these Instagram people. They'll put chains around it and tires and stuff. Well, you just handled your wood 3 extra times. I cut it, roll it over, split it, throw it in the trailer, go.
Right. But, it makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway, there's lots of ingenious splitting. Well, and the funny thing is that I have a wood splitter here.
You do,
but I don't even use it because it's not worth my time to put it on a wood splitter.
Really?
I can split it so fast with the handheld that I don't even want to pick it up to put it on the splitter.
So, really? So it's that old Paul Bunyan versus the machine thing. You got it beat, huh?
Yeah, I got it beat. I got the machine beat in this instance. Yes.
Wow. So. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Here's my other little pet peeve is my brother. We've been cutting some trails in the bush because, like I said, all the ash trees are just like pixie sticks in the bush. We've been trying to cut trails so we can get vehicles to drive in and around. And he's helping me cut firewood. But is he really? Because he doesn't know a 16-inch piece of firewood. He's got 22 inches, 12 inches. It drives me insane. Like, I don't measure anything. I just know.
Yeah, that's pretty narrow. I cut mine wider too. I said that's pretty narrow. I cut mine a little wider than 16 a lot of times.
Yeah, well, between 16 and 18,
Yeah, but you don't want to go too much longer.
No, I won't go on my stove. I have to.
What does your stove look?
It's called a Pioneer Made. It's not old. It's a new, old-fashioned cook stove, but it has a very large firebox. But it's top fed. There's no front door, so it's still top fed. But the reason I went with this one, I really wanted one of those old-fashioned nickel-plated cook stoves. Like the old-fashioned ones.
Sure.
But the firebox is so tiny. This one here, I can load it up with wood and it'll burn for a day. But
and you don't have a gas stove in your house. You heat your house with that one oven.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And circulation, how does it get into the other rooms?
Well, fortunately, not by any design of my own, but the house was my design, but
exactly. It was fortunately exactly by the design of your own.
Okay, but I wasn't thinking about the heating, but I have a center stairwell that goes up to the 4 bedrooms upstairs, and the heat just goes right up the stairs from the wood stove. It's perfect. I don't blow any air around at all.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's wild.
The basement's cool, but the rest of the house is nice and warm.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I've always wondered
So,
about that.
but that's yeah, like I said, I don't have much to say because I have been, people call me a Scrooge because I don't love Christmas. You know
Yeah,
why I don't love Christmas? Because I'm running off my feet, and not
yeah,
for myself, for everybody else and all the
right,
people's events and programs and their fun times.
right.
Just make more work and more work and more work, and
Yeah,
even the weekends I'm working. So
yep.
yeah, so
Ugh. When are you
not
off
much going
from?
on in this house.
When are you done with the church for the holidays? Do they have a? Do they let you out?
Oh no, they've got Christmas Eve, 2 services, and
Oh,
Christmas Day.
oh.
So I have to actually
Hmm.
work between Christmas Eve and Christmas morning
Ugh,
to,
that
to
sucks.
clean up for that. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's not
strange
good.
year this year because even New Year's Day is a Sunday. So
Oh,
yep.
yeah, true. Huh. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So
But you
yeah, it's a
get that
I
time
can't
in.
I can't wait for January.
Yeah, you get some time off in January.
No, but I won't be as
It's
busy.
normal. Yeah, yeah. It'll just be
I
more
do have to
normal.
run up the I have to run up north New Year's for a wedding,
Oh
a New Year's
gosh.
Eve wedding
Oh
for
wow.
my
Why would
wife's
anyone
wife's
do that?
for my wife's relatives.
Oh, okay.
See,
Well, no offense to them,
well,
but that's really strange. I've never heard of that.
hmm
Yeah.
her sister actually did the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, New Year's
Is
Eve
that a
wedding.
thing?
I don't know if it's a thing or not, but
Because people usually make plans. I mean, here, if you're trying to get a wedding together where you don't want people to show up, that's a good idea.
right.
I like it.
Or everybody's off. I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess people don't. Yeah, I guess you get the invite out there in advance. Nobody makes plans on that day.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the truth is, Alec, when you get older, nobody cares about New Year's Eve. It's not as important.
yeah. Yeah, usually, yeah. I guess I don't know that it really being in relationships, it became more important because then they always want to do something. And now that I'm married, my wife and I have make plans, because it's our. But who knows? Yeah, maybe that'll go away too.
Yeah. And when the kids come, you're
So,
done.
yeah, all plans are basically done from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although some kids are so good at being at like events and stuff. I see it occasionally. Most of them not, but my friend
Sometimes.
Zach and Lauren came with us last night to the coffee shop for the open mic night thing we do, and
Yeah.
they just sat in their chair the whole time, didn't move, didn't just sat there,
Wow.
played
Yeah.
games.
See, there's exceptions to every rule.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know,
Well,
but
we always had a troop going around with the five, so we didn't venture out too far. So
five. Yeah, I mean you have a community in and of yourself when you got that many
yeah.
kids. That's your event. What are you
Yeah.
drinking?
But
Well, I know that it's Canada Dry. Never mind.
yeah. What do you got going?
Scratch. This time I did a pour over because I started a little earlier, and yeah, it's just decaf coffee with I don't know, just some cream in it, and then that's it. But I've got a bee flying around in here, and I'm a little nervous that it went in my coffee. It's just going nuts. It's going ham in here. I don't know where it came
Uh,
from.
don't drink it. Drink the rest
Here
of
we
your
go.
coffee with a straw.
I'm actually paranoid because it went at my face earlier. If you saw me swat myself, that's why.
So when I was younger, I was 19 and I had a little one-bedroom apartment. And there's this
Mm,
old fellow that lived above me upstairs in this little 3-story walk-up.
mm-hmm.
And one day he was out sitting on a picnic table outside of the building and drinking a
Yeah.
pop. And a bee went in his pop and he drank it. And
Oh,
it stung him.
oh,
And I wasn't there that day,
yeah.
but the everybody that was with him said, "You have to go to the hospital. You have to go to the hospital." He says, "No, no, I'm fine. I'm fine." Anyway, dead by
You're
nighttime.
kidding.
Nope. Went to his apartment and his throat closed, so it swelled shut and died.
Oh my gosh.
So there is reason to be afraid.
You know,
I saw another guy too. My cousin one time at a family reunion got one, but he just got stung right on the lip. His lip went great big fat lip. But this guy died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad. I showed up to his pole barn a few weeks ago. This summer actually, a couple months ago now. And it was one of those things, where you're like watching somebody do something, and then they turn around, and you're like, "Whoa!" his lip was like 4 times the size of what it usually. I mean, at least 3 or 4 times. Huge, just all swollen. His cheek was swollen. Like, what happened to you, Dad? He's like, "Oh, I got stung by a bee."
You're stung by a bee. You're stung by a bee.
It was bad. I stepped on a bee hole this year, and it. I had to go to I drove myself to the emergency I didn't go in, but just in case, because my throat was closing up from that. Never happened before. On the leg. I got stung probably 6 or so times. I don't know, a bunch of times on the leg. And
your throat was closing?
Yes. I think I'm allergic now for some reason. That's new.
Oh. Well, that's no good. I just get like a mosquito bite.
Mm.
I got stung so many times. I don't really react.
Right. So that's good. Well, I mean, it's
very good. Yeah, because I see people nowadays, for some reason, it's everybody has to carry an EpiPen now. It seems more and more common. Just like nut allergies. It must have something to do with the food that we eat or something. I don't have a story to go with that, but there's got to be something to it, because when I was in school, peanut butter for everyone, right? And almost all of my kids had classes that they couldn't have any peanut products in. At some point, that the kids were deathly allergic to peanuts. So,
yeah, well, I was just talking to a friend about that, who's used to be a family doctor, and I was asking him that, like, what the heck is that? Everyone. I mean, I've got so many allergies, and my dad didn't have any, and my mom didn't have any growing up. And he said the same thing you did. He thinks it's like the quality of food and air, and that's what he's saying. But
I have no idea. I have no allergies either. But
that's
actually,
good.
my brother who's older than me just started getting like what do you get? Pollen allergy.
No, yeah.
He just
the rest.
He's like, he's like pushing 60. And he just started getting was it hay fever or whatever you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it hay fever?
Yeah, hay fever is what it's called, I think.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that one's pretty rough, man. That one can make you feel like you're sick. I mean, just all the time. That's the worst. I have that every year.
Another one was my buddy Joe, and we used to do all these early spring, I guess May, June, canoe trips and stuff. And the black flies would just be nasty. And we did it for years. And then one year he just started swelling up every time he got stung by a black fly. So now he has to take like Benadryl in the trips and just pre-take it when he starts getting bit, because he
kidding.
Got, like, physically sick and swelled up, swollen.
Yeah.
From black flies. And that just happened. Like, years and years you're fine, and then it just develops, I guess, something.
And just goes crazy.
I'm sure somebody will educate us in all this. We'll just keep talking nonsense that we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, some doctors are out there listening, just like, I can't. I'm done. That's it.
I'm done. Turn it off. Turn this crap off.
End of this podcast. These ignoramuses over here. Stick to wood carving.
I don't have time for this. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
well,
but anyway, on my end, I have done next to nothing but work, cut firewood, and I have not had time to make a video or carving or nothing.
Yeah, man, I noticed that, and that it kind of bums me out. I look forward to seeing him. So, but I gets like that. Sometimes I'll have weeks where I don't do anything carving wise either, even though it's supposed to be my full-time job. So sometimes life gets in the way.
Well, you must have been making bank this week. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I mean,
videos.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely not bank, but I mean, I've definitely been productive, and this controversial Santa thing has been, man, I do not envy the YouTuber life. The comments, I mean, just an emotional roller coaster. I mean, we've talked about this a million times on the podcast, but the amount of comments that I've had to go through and respond to and just feel all this stuff inside and think, you know, like maybe I am a worthless pile of crap, you know, just these thoughts that go in and out of your brain.
You're responding to those guys?
I usually don't, but I got so worked up I had to do something about it. And I just was like, so, you know, you do the thing where you type out the mean response first, you know, and then you delete that, and then you think about, and then you calm down and you go, okay, be rational. What are they getting at here? Just address it. Be nice, be polite. Hey, you know, hey, so-and-so, this is what's going on. You know, this is why I did that. This is what happened with that. Why it was blurry is because I'm not used to filming like this. Sorry, I'll work on it. You know, stuff like that. It's arguably not worth the time. And my wife could see that because I'm driving to things. I'm just going on about comments. I'm missing turns. I'm late to meetings and stuff with my, you know, I'm just complaining on the road. And she's like, I think maybe I should start reading your comments for you. I don't think you could handle it, dude. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know.
It takes a while to get thicker skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it does. But, you know, I mean, people bring up, I was telling her a lot of times the comments point out stuff that they're right, you know, like this whole thing about the beginner stuff not being beginnery enough. I see the point. I don't think they're wrong. And, you know, your point about the Santa being really, you know, like beyond beginner. I agree. I'm starting to see that now. I think more, you know, because what happened was I went back after our talk to my school, right? And I looked at my beginner category in the school, and I laughed out loud when I saw my Santa in the beginner category.
Oh. The bark Santa.
The bark Santa.
Oh yeah.
It was like it was a fully realistic, like everything there down to the eyebrows Santa. And I don't know what happened probably in my head was I was going to make a beginner carving, and I said that at the beginning. Hey, everybody, this is a beginner project. I had, you know, so-and-so edit it, got it back, realized it was, this is really not, but I already said beginner and I can't edit it out. I mean, I could have, but I didn't. Lazy.
Yeah.
So my point is I immediately took it.
And you're like, well, here's this beginner carving. But when you're teaching it as a beginner carving,
you got to categorize it right. You're going to frustrate people. So then I went
sad. They give up.
Yep. No, that's what I was telling my dad today. You know, you don't want to make people sad or make them give up. So I went in there and I moved it over to, you know, whatever it was, intermediate or advanced or whatever. But, and then I just went through and just sort of reanalyzed everything through the lens. These whittles have taught me about, you know, the importance, and we've talked about this. You've mentioned simplicity is so important, you know, and I've had comments. People say, I'd love to see you really simplify your whittles because people can see that I'm used to trying to get dead on realism stuff. And they would, you know, and I probably won't do that just because that's really not my thing. And I think my strong suit is not doing that really. That's all.
Fair, yeah. You have a place.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just not the begin. Like, there's nothing wrong with your videos. It's just,
well, there is. Some yeah. My focus.
But no, there's a place for it. I was just saying, you just don't call them beginners. They're still, you don't even call them anything.
Right.
Just carve a elf, carve a Santa, carve a reindeer, whatever you carve. But yeah. Anyway, that's good. But the focus issue, you know, we had this conversation a year ago about the focus. Yeah. And I sent you a $400 camera to use.
You did.
So that it would never go out of focus.
Right.
And yet you continued.
It's right here.
Oh boy, Alex.
This was a professional show until that happened. My gosh, not my dad's guitar. Oof. You didn't. Hopefully, my dad watches all of these. I'm so sorry, Pop.
Uh-oh.
I don't think anything. It just fell in the carpet. So Looks okay. Oh, I hate that. Dude, all my guitars end up falling. Here it is. Here's the camera that you lent me.
That
Or
camera
gave
will
me.
never go out of focus.
Is that true? I need to get that back on again. I do remember you saying that, and that rings in my head when I make a video and it doesn't look right. But I don't dislike it.
Like a good camera, I'm too good camera stupid to use them anyway, because I have a good camera and I only use it for outside stuff. For that exact reasons that my first videos were searching for focus, and I got so frustrated. And I bought different cameras thinking, well, it's this camera, it's the camera. But no, it's me. It's me. It's my settings and learning how to use the settings, which I never take the time to learn. I just spend the money on a different camera thinking that's going to fix it. But it never does because I'm still here inside myself. And I'm not smart. So that is the problem.
I wouldn't say that. But I
used to have that all the time. It's so frustrating, especially when you're moving your hands. And you're trying to focus on something in your hand, like it focus goes to whatever you have. So there's settings that you can just like no auto, forget auto altogether, and just figure it out without autofocus. But
that's what the commenters kept saying. Turn the autofocus off, and most of the time it's off. But the reason why my hand's in focus is because I have the depth on the manual focus set to my lap. But then I move the carving away from my lap, up a little higher, up, down a little lower. And every time I move, my hand's in focus, the floor is in focus, whatever it is, my pants are in focus. So I get it. They're right. I need to figure it out.
That camera that I gave you does not have that depth of vision that you would like. There's no bokeh with the forest behind you when you your highlight. It's just a camera. But when you're whittling, that's all you need.
Yeah.
And you can still shoot 4K video with that little tiny camera.
Wow.
And it works great. So
I need to do that. I need to play with it again. Yeah. So thanks for that. Yeah. And I think I still owe you a lesson. We did a trade. And so realism faces stuff. So
I've been holding my breath for 10 months.
We did one, but we didn't do the other. But anyway. We'll do that.
Yeah.
So
what else have you been up to? Yep.
Well, today I decided. Well, actually, yesterday I just had a sit down with my my school people, and I just said, I've been ramping up the whittles, doing them on YouTube, doing them on the school, and I didn't. Dang it! It's in the house. Crap! I did one for the school, Christmas tree topper that I wanted to show you, that I have a picture of. I can just pull it up. But just like little simple stuff people don't have a lot of tools can do, right, is the point, right? In a similar vein to what you're doing, like people don't have a lot of tools usually, most of the time, beginners. So trying to appeal in the carving school to that as well. And so I just sat down and I made a video just kind of saying, hey, is this offensive to you guys? Are you way above that now? Do you think that this is like not what you need, or how many of you? And I got a couple of responses so far. People saying, no, we like both, keep doing both. So today I'm working on more like an intermediate project for the people out there trying to do that. And Birch, you can't really see it, but it's behind me there. If you zoomed in, you could, but. And that's basically it. I'm just let's see if I can find the Christmas tree topper. Yeah, this is it. Oh, that's not helpful though. It's a video. Well, anyway, this is it. It's just a star. It's not really anything impressive. But I took some Romex ground wire and wrapped it around a cone that I carved out of bark, and I just shoved it up the star.
Yep.
And it's just a little, like a basswood 4-inch by 4-inch Christmas tree topper. And and so it turned out pretty cute. I mean, it works. And so
that's nice. Very nice.
Yep. So anyway, that's all. Yeah, so that's kind of the crossroads I'm at right now is, like I said last week, trying to figure out what people want, is good, but then you also want to do stuff that you want to do too. And it's that whole battle, because when you teach for a living, it's like you sometimes lose track of the thing of wanting to be an artist and make the stuff that you like. And so I've been, just playing with that lately. But yeah, go ahead. Were you going to say something? Oh. Yeah, so that's basically what this week has looked like. I did a Rudolph. I did a little Rudolph that a lot of people liked. Some people just straight pissed them off that I said this was beginner. But to be fair, it is, yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's definitely more advanced. Little Samuel came over and whittled this little he's gonna be mad I showed you guys, but he whittled this little car while he was sitting around. Thought that was cool.
So everybody's a whittler now.
I know. See, that's the thing. Sam's inspired this whole thing because we were, like I said last week, he was just like, man, nobody does these projects that you post on your school. And I was like, jerk, little kid. I went online and checked the stats, and no one is doing those. People went all to my beginner videos, and they're watching those. So
it's funny because we kind of, I don't know, we evolve. Even this year has been such a up and down roller coaster of all the different things. And because you were in the clay like a month ago too.
Yep.
And the stone.
Oh, I'm still so excited about clay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about clay. Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I want to try it, but I just can't. I can't go down that bunny hole, and I can't even find time to carve. So
right. Yeah, man. There's just so many things to do, and you got to just kind of. I don't know exactly how to deal with it all.
Well, but, I kind of this week, like I said, I've just been so frustrated because I'm just go, and then when I do get time to sit down, I can't even carve for enjoyment because I feel like I have to be filming it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's frustrating. That's become a job over enjoyment. So if you said you can do anything you want to do, what would you like to do?
Right.
I'm like, I have no idea.
Right.
I have no idea what I would want to do.
Yes. Tell me, can you relate to this? Yeah. Can you relate to this, Doug? I have this feeling. I want you to continue that thought. Don't hold that thought.
No.
I have this feeling now. Today I was just, I don't know what happened. I was just ADD, picked up a little piece of wood just by myself and started whittling something with basswood and the knife, just like the sound, like the feel of it, playing with it. Haven't done it in years. All of a sudden,
Yep.
And I'm just doing that. And all of a sudden I'm seeing camera angles and I'm seeing the narrative. What am I saying? And I'm picking out the wood and I'm putting it on the wall and I'm seeing the way that I present it. Does that happen to you? I couldn't turn it off.
Yeah, it's good.
It feels artistic. It's a flow thing, but
but soon, like I said, after you do it for, I don't know, 5 years, then you're like, well, this isn't even my hobby anymore. This has become a job because then you can't carve without a camera. Well, that's ridiculous.
Right.
The whole idea was to enjoy it, carry it with you, whittle when you can. And then every time you pick it up, you feel like you should be filming it and making videos. So that kind of happened. See, I have plans to do a little bit more camping. This year was a total write-off with my mother and the house and everything. So but I didn't do any trips at all this year, and that was gross. Like I never in my life have I gone that long without doing outdoor adventures or trips or whatever. But I also at the same time, when that was the main focus of my channel, I kind of felt the same way. At the end there, I was like, well, I have to go camping to make a video. Not I have to go camping because I really want to go camping. I have to go camping to make a video. See? And that's why I always say, if you like something, keep it for yourself.
Yep.
Like hobbies should be, it makes me sad to see these beginners that start carving and then they have a Etsy shop 13 days into their carving, and their name is Mark the Carver or something, you know what I mean? And then they have an Etsy shop, and then they're trying to make videos. You're ruining it. Enjoy it for what it is. And I'm talking to Maris because I did exactly what I'm telling you not to do, but minus the Etsy shop and whatnot. But I'm saying, like,
right,
keep things a hobby if you want to enjoy them long term.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you.
Don't make your hobby your job. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I agree with you to an extent. I guess. Yeah, I mean,
or keep an area of your hobby for yourself.
There you go.
We've talked about that before. It's like keeping
that's good. That I agree with.
Project or something, and keep something for yourself.
Yeah, so I think that's important. Like if your life is always just I oughta all the time, I ought to do this, I ought to do that, and you're not enjoying any part of your work, then that's a problem. And then if you don't got
burned,
yep. Yeah,
out.
I was gonna say, man,
for everybody else, and
yeah,
maybe I do need a holiday.
I think so. Yeah, sounds like it. But yeah, I think when you're, you know, yeah, I mean, obviously you've been busy. You had to clear out. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes with the passing of a loved one. I imagine at least it's like, I mean, I know from at least grandparents, much more distant from it than you, but there's just so much that goes with that, like days moving the stuff out of the house and the whole thing.
Oh yeah, but that's just one area of a very, very busy lifestyle. So
right,
something's got to change.
So, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. I think we can talk about that. That's a whole nother podcast. But I've been just thinking a little bit more about what I'm doing, and I'm with you that you've got to find ways of doing what you like and mix it into your life. Otherwise, it's just not worth doing. You know, if you're always doing stuff that makes you angry, you know. That there's actually a really good somebody named Donald Miller. He's a business guy, and he wrote out this calendar that he gave away for free. And I screenshotted it, right? Because I saw it on the internet. It was for free, and I screenshotted it. And then the next week, I went to go look at it again online, and he said, "Oh, it's behind a paywall. It's like $10 or something to." And I said, "Aha! I got the screenshot," and I wrote it out on my whiteboard. And it's just a way of framing your day. And I mean, I'm not saying I do it, but I have it on there, and sometimes I do it, and it's good. It's like it breaks it down into 3 projects a day. So project 1, project 2, project 3. Underneath, he says, write your life theme, which I haven't changed because that's just, hopefully that's the same. And next to that, he's got 3 other categories. If I could do today over again, I would. And then you write stuff down. I don't ever change that because I almost feel the same way about every single day. I mean, like what I got up there now is stay focused, right? What you were saying earlier, encourage others, clear up confusion, right? Those are the 3 things that I'm trying to do for myself, for other people, mostly for myself. And then on top of that, I've got to-dos. And then usually that's just send invites to so-and-so, read, you know, respond to email that you haven't responded to in 6 months, you know, stuff like that. And that helps a little bit because I should say then next to that. So if I could live today over again, I would. Then the next thing, because there's 3 things, things I get to enjoy today. Almost every time, all I get to write on there is sauna, but at least, you know, I write something on there. Yep. Yeah. And then under that is appointments, you know, like what are the things you got to get to? So that helps a little bit. Is like the idea is try and build in at least one thing that you get to enjoy, you know, if maybe it's a handful of chocolate chips, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Did you get your end of the year YouTube wrap up?
Oh yeah. For the podcast or for your YouTube?
Well, everything. They it seems to be such a thing. I didn't even know we did this, but well, Spotify gave us our songs last week, and YouTube has given us all these stats. And I'm looking at all the new subscribers and the likes and the busiest month and all this stuff, and I'm blown away. And like the views this year, like the most views were in January on my channel.
Wow. Isn't it like the worst month for views?
Well, I guess if they're carving, it's a good dead of winter.
Huh.
But my most viewed video of the year is a video I made 4 years ago.
Wow.
That's kind of sad.
Wow.
That video keeps performing, and that's just that simple Tom Hines 5-minute wizard or whatever.
This year, that was still your number one video?
That's my number one video for the whole year this year, and I think I made it 3 or 4 years ago.
That's not sad. That is awesome.
Well,
that's so cool.
It's good for the channel, but you can't bottle that and remake it.
Yeah, right.
This is the problem. You're always striving to get that video again, and you never can do it. Like, every time I make a video that I think is fantastic, it's a dud.
Yep.
But that one, every month, is my top one. So it's funny.
No, I get it. I was so excited about the snowman. I put it on on the forum for the school, and no one even responded to it.
No.
The one below it, 6 comments, 12 likes, whatever from the school, and the one above it, no one even responds. Like 3 likes.
Yeah. Well, this is nice to see. Actually, normally I don't like these kind of things, but it says here I got 125,000 likes.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. 125 people liked.
Gives me a reason why not to respond to the comments, because I forget where the number was for the comments, but it's just astronomical comments. Like,
really?
How can you comment? How can you reply to every individual? You can't.
Yep.
People get mad when you don't. Oh,
yes.
The big
yes,
they
do.
He never reads his comments. I do read most of the comments. I just can't respond to everybody's questions because I've repeated them 18 times that day.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went off on a tangent.
Yeah. It is. Well, let's read the one for the school too then. How about that? Because there's a lot of stuff there too. You shouldn't have read yours because now ours looks bad.
Well, my first upload was 2,668 days ago.
Wow.
Comments, all-time comments, 113,000 comments. That's a lot of comments.
113,000 in 1 year?
No, that's total.
Okay, that's crazy.
In 2,600 days, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's impossible. That would be a full-time job, just replying to everything. We got 68,000 people watching our videos this year. That's pretty great. 1.3 million minutes watched for the podcast. Wow. That's a lot of minutes. 5,509 total likes. A couple thousand new subscribers. And our top video of the year, drum roll please, Wife Edition. Yeah. People like that one. And I won't even read the others because the titles are kind of embarrassing. Only 3 nuts left is the other one.
That was your tire.
Yeah. I told I was just about to badmouth somebody, but I decided not to. I hate doing that. I hate that. I'm sorry, guys. I hate doing that to people. I'm sorry. Now you're going to wonder who it is. Or maybe you don't care. That's fine. But, hey, is it that time?
Well, is it? Or do you want to just go right to wrap the year up?
Oh, yeah.
Do we right?
Yeah, we don't have to read the... Are there any questions that we need to read?
Well, there's a lot. I looked quickly. I read some fantastic stories, long stories that we can't read here, but real fun stories. But no, I think that we should just chill. We're gonna take a break, and we might come back. But for now, we're closing off the year.
Yeah.
And we're gonna spend some time. I'm gonna spend some time just chilling. And actually, I'm probably not, but eventually I will.
Yeah.
When January comes.
Yeah.
So, but I gotta slow down and take a break. So,
right.
That means, we've had a good year though.
We did.
Overall,
Overall, it was a good year, man. We can't complain. We had a lot of 56 podcasts in.
Yeah.
I think it's rewarding reading through the comments and seeing all the people who, people like Roger who, they like it. They always, they share stories and then the contributions, everything helps, and it's just cool. So people that are dedicated.
You start to get new faces and recognize the names, and I hope it carries over to the Doug and Lucas show. And
or the Alec. You misspoke. Alec and Lucas show.
Better yet. That's right.
Yeah. So I understand. Every once in a while I say the wrong thing too. So. I should have played a Christmas song, but now this is what we have. How does a Christmas song go? Oh.
So long, old friends.
Yeah, I should have practiced this.
I heard a note there.
Yeah, that's all I've got. Happy Christmas, everybody. Enjoy your holidays.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in with us this year. And have a good one, everybody.
God bless him, everyone. Take your vitamins. Obligatory statement.